Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all doing well this midweek. I am getting ready to go into work. It's just after 10. I think we've figured out my routine. You all haven't I? It's on a day when there's an estate sale or yard sales. I'm up at 7, but if it's a day where I get to kind of set my own schedule a little bit more, I start a little bit later. I did do a couple of chores cleaning up around the house, so I think that counts as work too, but it doesn't make money, so I do have to go out and do that work that makes money. Speaking of which, I'm gonna try something new this morning before I get to my packing, shipping, photographing, all the good stuff we love to do. I am going to go to my Plato's Closet in town. Don't think I've been to a Plato's Closet in about 20 years. I have no idea if they buy stuff at ours, but I did have a comment about getting stuff from the bins, taking them to a resale store. I know I've seen people on YouTube do that, and I think that's a great idea. The bins, though, for me are about an hour away. So I'm trying to find a time when I can combine bins with maybe an estate sale, something, just to have a full day if I'm gonna drive that far. But if I can't find a decent estate sale near those bins or some other kind of option, maybe another good thrift store, then I'll just go anyway and I'll make a day of the bins because I do want to try it out and I think it could be a good opportunity. But for now, we're just gonna, so what we're doing now is testing the waters to see if that's even feasible for me, if I can like resell at a Plato's Closet. I think they probably take only certain types of things. So what I did is I pulled a few clothing items that I've had for a while listed and haven't gotten like any interest. People haven't sent me offers or anything. Just been sitting there for months and months. So I have a Lily Pulitzer dress. Actually, I have two that are the same size that I bought from somebody, and they're cute, but they're very tiny. So no interest in those, but I'm gonna see if they'll take Lily Pulitzer. I have a pair of Miss Me jeans from a big armful of Miss Me jeans that I bought at a yard sale, and the rest of them all sold. So for some reason this one, maybe this one was in poorer shape and I made note of that and the buyers weren't as interested in that one. And I've got a BKE denim pair of jeans that it looks like that brand sells pretty well when you comp it, but these ones have not sold. So there's many reasons for that, right? I'll take those. I also have I think an American Eagle and a Gap pair of shorts just to see what they're interested in, if they even buy any of this at all. So stay tuned. We're gonna find out what they say. I dropped off the small bag of clothes to Plato's Closet. They had someone drop off a whole bunch of clothing right before I got there. So as expected, they asked me to give them about 40 minutes. So I've come to pick and pack my orders, and I'll just do all my photographs and my post office drop off, and then I'll go back to see if they offer me any money for any of the stuff I took. So I got a couple orders today to pack, which is fantastic. Again, some small orders, but we're building, so it's all good profit because I bought 2 of these Yankee Candle samplers a few weeks ago at an estate sale for $5 for twice this many candles. I've already sold a pack of 7, I believe, and then just overnight I got an offer, and yes, I think some of them melted a little bit, which I did put in my listing, but I got an offer last night from someone who said this autumn wreath is her husband's favorite scent. So it was for $1 off, and I think so I took $14 for 8 of these autumn wreath candles. So I'm going to grab all those and see, 6, yeah, there's the 8 for the autumn wreath, so I can pack those up and we'll put back these other ones, which will, I'm sure, sell eventually. And then in more news on these buttons that I listed, the buyer of the Howard Hansen button from Interlochen Center for the Arts, I believe it is, from where these came from, responded to my message about me finding them at a yard sale here and that I had these other ones listed all together. She responded again and said she decided she wanted to go ahead and buy these ones as well, which is fantastic. So that was another $20 for these ones. She did tell me that these have come from 1976. This is when all these people were at the camp together that summer. So these are from 1976. That's really cool to know. I was kind of wondering how old they were, what year they would have been made. So very cool. And remember how these were kind of the last thing I picked up on Saturday, where it was a bit of a roller coaster of a yard sale day. I found only a few things early on and then was just not finding anything else. But the very last sale we went to, I found a stack of books that are ones I've sold before. And then these buttons were just the last thing I pulled out of a bin. And it just reminds me, something I need to be reminded of every week is just to keep searching for stuff, to keep my eyes out for stuff, keep looking for items and trying new things, because this has these buttons at selling all 4 of them for $40 has now more than doubled the money I spent, which was $12 at that specific yard sale. So I've now over doubled that money, and I still have all those books to sell, which I don't think are going to be as good as I thought originally. But even if I sell one of those now, it's just profit because I've already made plenty of money off of these. So that is something to motivate me and keep me working going forward, because you just never know what you're going to find. And if you just use some of your experience and knowledge, you're probably going to find things eventually that just work out for you and keep you going. So let me get these packed up as well, and I can go ahead and ship them out. And once I finish my photographing for the day, I can head back to Plato's Closet, and I'll get you guys an update on whether they bought anything. Okay, as usual, the sun is being great. It is Florida, and that's also, I'm gonna have to apologize. I have the air conditioning blasting because it is already in the 80s this afternoon. I really wish we had a little bit more winter here in North Florida. The heat is just, it seems to be never ending, but this isn't a channel complaining about Florida weather. This is a reselling channel. So I did just pop back into Plato's Closet, and they did not buy anything that I brought in. I am not super surprised. I didn't know what kind of things they bought. I did look through some of their shelves or their racks, and to see what kind of stuff they buy. But it's good to know that what I suspected is that they don't really buy they don't really buy much that I would have, or that I don't know that it would be worth the time to try to shop for this resell store. I don't know if there's any other ones in town that do clothing. I believe there's one that's a local place, but I don't think this is something I should super focus on right now. Like I would absolutely be fine with, say I have a bunch of clothes in the future that don't sell and I needed to discard them. I don't have any problem with trying again to see if they'll buy anything. But at this point, it's been just like a learning experience of knowing, okay, they don't take that stuff that I brought, so I can donate those on somewhere else. I can try to find someone who'll take them, who might use them, whatever I end up doing. But good to know I tried something new today, stepped out of my comfort zone, which I'm probably gonna need to do a lot to make this work. But yeah, day's not over. I have to get home and list everything I photographed today, because I got to get stuff listed. I got to get stuff up every day and keep moving because got to get those sales increased. I had a good day with a couple of sales, but I need more than that. So let's go home and get all of my stuff listed and finish off the day. I thank you so much for watching and for all of your support. I appreciate it. I hope you're having the best day ever, and I'll see you next time. Bye.